Hey guys, welcome back to the FIFA 21 career mode. I'm saying welcome back when it's not welcome back, it's the first episode. I know some of you guys have been waiting for ages. I've been waiting for too long. Just had to get a grips of the game. We'll try and get the game for starters, but now we're here. We're doing Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League for our first ever FIFA 21 career mode. If you're excited, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe and share. Bottom right hand corner, bells for notifications so you don't miss an upload. This is going to be a mad series, whether you're an old time viewer who watched my Birmingham City career mode. We're going from one West Midlands team to another, but if you're new to the channel, you're welcome. We're getting close to 100 subscribers. I really would appreciate it if you help me get there. But yeah, let's just get into the fun bit. We are here, we are playing FIFA 21. It was pretty close. We had a poll on Twitter. Check me out on Twitter for updates. But yeah, we did a Twitter poll, so for you guys to decide which team I would do. Is pretty close between Wolves and RB Leipzig, and RB Leipzig was a team I might do still in the future. But yeah, Wolves won out this time, and I'm very excited to get into it. I've had a look at the squad. I've already put some transfer targets already, but obviously this is your career mode as much as mine, so leave your suggestions down below. But obviously we'll be going through some of the things I'm thinking of. Obviously you guys will help me make the decisions along the way, and we're going to try and lead Wolverhampton Wanderers to glory. Of course, they've had a great rise since coming up from the Championship. They've got Portuguese agents getting them superstar players that you wouldn't normally associate with Wolverhampton, but they have ambition, and then they've chosen me to get them into the top man hemisphere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and be a top man, try and get these lads to be top men on the pitch, slowly but surely. We'll see, but we'll try and get there quickly, more quickly than the road to glory typically of a Birmingham City Championship club, because obviously we're already in the first division. And as you can see, I've got my signing done and dusted. I am now a manager of Wolverhampton, top man number 1. I like this little top hat I've got. It's not top hat, what am I thinking? I'm just using the pun too much now. But yeah, I like the black suit. I like the beige colour, I think that's what it is, of the trousers and the suit. Obviously you can help me with customization with that if you really want me to. But yeah, I'm here to make waves. I look a bit like a mafia boss or something. But yeah, we're going to be leading this team to success. Obviously I've added a £50 million transfer increase, as well as a loose transfer negotiation structure, just to make it easier for me to ease me into the game, and also just make it fun for you guys, get some good transfers in. But to be fair, we've got some great players already that I want to develop, and there's a lot of features in FIFA 21 that I want to explore, and I want to explore with you guys. And obviously I'm going to be struggling with some of these new features, but I'm so glad EA decided to improve career mode a lot this year, and hopefully we can have a good experience of it. You guys will need to help me, of course. I'm not the biggest expert sometimes on career mode. Sometimes I do need your help and expertise. Sometimes I do need to Google stuff. But yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get there. Okay, as you might have seen before, I did choose the £7 million, the highest earning pre-season tournament that I could have earned. It's gonna be hard to get to a semi-final or final, but if we can get there, I'll try and play that this episode. As you can see, I've got a £90 million budget, that's the confirmation, and a 300k wage budget. I'm not going to try and spend all of it right now, obviously. Maybe save it for January, we'll see. We've got our first preseason game coming up already against Wolfsburg, and for the schedule rules, I think the default ones were the ones I was going for anyway, or I was looking for. A rest day before the match, yes, and then a recovery day after the match with intermediate rest. Well, is that the right one? I think intermediate training, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, intermediate training. Good thing I looked at that again. But yeah, I wanted to show you the schedule rules if you haven't yet. You guys probably already seen it, because a lot of career mode episodes have already been released before me. But it's alright, you're here now. We'll see if that one works. So obviously I don't, because I think I've seen like suggestions on YouTube about this one. It seems to be a decent one to try out. Obviously I could do it like manually, and also I don't need to do it for preseason games, but it's good to just test it out and see how it actually affects my players, and how maybe it won't be suited to my players, maybe it'll be suited another way. So it's good to test the waters right now in pre-season. Yeah, it's a very good squad. 5-2-3 formation. Obviously I'm going to be changing it to a 4-3-3 formation. I think that's what I'm going for, unless you guys want me to try it differently. Obviously it depends on the kind of players. I need to get to know my players a bit more, see how good they can be in certain positions. But yeah, Jimenez is a great player. He's 29 though, so maybe eventually another striker will replace him. Maybe a Silva who we can grow, but maybe another striker we can come in later down the line. But I'm still gonna use Jimenez first teamer for now, for the first season at least. Traore's 79 rated. I swear he was higher rated than that last year, but he's 24 years old. I can grow him to be a bloody even more of a beast than he already is. Absolute pace merging, 96 pace, 86 dribbling. What a bloody player he is. Podence, left winger. Neto was in the starting squad. I replaced him with Podence because he's high rated and still young. He can play right wing, centre forward. So I'm going to trying to grow him, see if he can be a good player for us. Neto as well will be really pressuring his spot, but also Traore's spot maybe as well. But we are looking to get a spare winger down there because there's not really any right wing backups, and also the wingers we do have, the backups, is very young, and I feel like we could need someone who can not just cross like Traore, but get a winger who can cut inside a bit more. To be fair, Traore can do that, but we need a backup who can do that, and I've got some transfer targets already in the pipeline. But obviously I'm going to use my scouts to scout for other players in other positions, like the centre mid position. Vitinha, Neves, absolute dons in the middle. But obviously we need a CDM, we need a more attacking midfielder maybe as well. We're looking at CDM, we're looking at Ndidi. He's going to be very expensive, but I'll show you in a bit. Yeah, we haven't really got much centre mid depth. We've got Ferreira, who's got no face, which is a shame, but he's 20 years old, 66 rated, so there's no reason why I can't train him up, and he can be the no face man in this team and still be a top man. It's fine. We've got Johnny, left wing back. We could convert him to a left back because obviously we've got the now player conversion feature, which is so good. They should have had that ages ago, but at least they got it now, and it seems to be a really cool feature, and I can't wait to use it. And that's a good way of giving you more options. You don't always have to sign players to get players to fit. You can train players in just like in real life to fit a certain position, and Johnny hopefully will easily slot into a left back spot because obviously he already plays left wing back, just making it a bit more defensive. Right back Semedo, he's already a good signing in real life for Wolves. He's going to be a great player for us. 26 years old, so maybe in the future he still has room to grow as well, to be fair. Semedo's a great player, and there's probably the biggest signing Wolves have had this summer. So yeah, I can't wait to play with him a bit more. Again, not enough really fullback. Obviously not the best fullback depth, but obviously I do have to set my mind to the fact that this Wolves aren't top 6 teams still. We're trying to make them top 6 teams because obviously the substitutes aren't going to be as good as typically top 6 teams. Marcel is a very good backup, 31 years old though, but he can be a good backup for now. Hover, I'll just need to train up. That's the good thing. You don't always have to waste money. I've got a lot of money to spend, but we don't have to spend it. Then Duncan can play centre mid as well. He's a great centre back. Backup, I'm going to go with 2 centre backs, not 3 centre backs, but even though all of these centre backs are really good, I think I'm tempted to use Saiz for now because he's left-footed. I like having a left-footed centre back next to a right-footed centre back. If you watch Birmingham, you know the Birmingham career mode, which I completed. You know, Patricio, 84 rated, great goalkeeper, but he's getting older. But goalkeepers shouldn't really drop that much anyway. But I don't know if the game recognises that. So yeah, future I will be getting a new goalkeeper. Ruddy is a good backup for now though. 33 years old though, so maybe we do need a backup goalkeeper. Especially when we get to, it's not a matter of if, but when we get to Champions League matches, that will obviously make sure we need that will require more depth in the squad, obviously, once we get to those harder matches in the long term. Yeah, we've got a lot of good backups here. We've got Shabani Cam. He could be the Cam we're looking for, the attacking threat we're looking for. We could train him up though. He still needs training up a bit more. Left back, he could be Alec Nouri. He could be a good backup fullback. He could be the starting fullback in the future maybe if you train him up a bit more. He's 19 years old, 71 rated, not too bad. Matheson, I remember he scored against Man United, my team, the team I support if you don't know, and yeah, he's got his move to Wolves because of it. Fair play to the lad, 17 years old. Maybe he could be a good right back backup as well if we can train these players. I heard something that it's better to train your players that are like reserve players because the training can really expel energy and fitness from your squad. So I don't know, but that would be sacrificing sharpness. But this is the thing, these are the features that you like to see for a career mode YouTuber. Something that challenges you, makes you feel like a manager. Don't make it too easy or too hard or too unnecessary. Give you the options to play with the team, change the team, not just in transfers, which are obviously always going to be the most exciting part of career mode, but also developing your own players that you already got. And that's what managing is all about. I'm glad EA are heading towards that direction. Hopefully they continue to do so in the future years, but this year is really huge step in the right direction. I'm so excited compared to previous years. Let's look at board expectations. Reach the round of the 16 FA Cup, we can do that. Finish in Europa League spot, that's the word. Yeah, 5th or 6th should do. Obviously it's going to be a very big battle, especially for my first season. But you know, it's a good challenge to have, and I think we can do it. And also, if we win the FA Cup, we get sent to the Europa League anyway. I think that's how it works, isn't it? I don't know if that works in FIFA, but yeah, let me know in the comments if I'm tripping there. I don't think I am, but yeah, we'll try. It doesn't matter about the cups. You can win a cup or two, but it's all about the league. That's the bread and butter of it all. We want to be finishing 5th, 6th, 4th if we can. That'd be fantastic if we could do that. Obviously, we need to be very careful how we. With every match will have to be very important if we want to try and get top 4. And do you know what? We're gonna go for that. We're gonna go for that. I don't want to settle for low expectations. My mind has to be in top man mode. You guys need to help me to get there. Try and get top 4. Try and solidify not just Europa League spot, but maybe a Champions League one. We've got for the youth development, which is a medium priority, signed 4 players in each position: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward. So basically they want a youth player for each position, which might not be too bad of a task, to be fair. It's cool, it's good developing the youth team. We've already got some good young players already in the squad, but yeah, we can complete that, especially with the fact that in FIFA 21 they already give you players to play with from the. You don't have to buy a scout straight away for youth development. They've already got players in the academy already, which is good. Sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with a potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. That's a very interesting one. I haven't seen that objective before. I think that's new for FIFA 21. That's going to be a hard one to do, but if we could do that, that'd be decent. Get a streak of 5 games without defeat, which can be very difficult for me, especially if I'm simulating games. So if we could do that, that'd be fantastic. Maybe if pre-season games count, we could do it, because I think we've got Crystal Palace and Southampton for the first 2 games Premier League season, which aren't easy games. Every game's going to be hard, especially for Wolverhampton, which is still not top 6 yet. So every game's going to count. If pre-season games count, we could do that straight away. But I don't think we'll be winning the pre-season games, not all of them, because I picked the hardest possible option. So yeah, we'll see. UEFA League, but yeah, these are the ones that count. Reaching round of 16 FA Cup, finishing in a good position in Premier League to qualify for Europe at least. No continental success objectives yet, but next season that's what we're going to be hoping for. Okay, now let's actually look at emails. Yeah, we've got Real Betis, Wolfsburg and Schalke for our pre-season games. That's reminding me. Youth Academy, Vision, Expectations, we've seen that. First scout report, Blake Richardson has found 15 players in England already for me, and I've already taken a look at some of the players, and Blake Richardson, the first scout I haven't even hired him. He's already found a winger or 2 that I can use for the backup spot I'd be looking for there. But also I searched 1 or 2 players myself, like Ndidi and another winger that I'll be telling you about in just a sec. Yeah, we can obviously scout by region, by player specific, scout who's assigned. Obviously sometimes I was confused by the scouting, how to actually scout properly. But if you know the players, you know the players. Youth Academy, let's try and take a look at the Youth Academy actually. So development plans. Yeah, those are the changing positions. Choose each player's development plan, lay out instructions to follow, which are designed to make sure he grows into the kind of player you want him to become. Obviously, the good thing about player development also is that you can change their position, but as you do that, you can level up their skill moves, and that really applies well to youth players as well, because they've had a problem where it's like whatever skill moves they have, they stick to that. But that's not how it works in real life, so I'm glad that you can train that up now. Let's see if we've got any good players that can grow into a good potential already. Vasquez seems to be a fantastic prospect, 17 years old, 61 rated, 78 to 94 with potential. You'd love to see it. 5-star skill moves as well. I believe they hit the jackpot. You'd love to see. Yeah, can we promote the senior team right away? I don't think we can, but can we? We could. I think you can still train players in the youth academy. So yeah, I think Scully's not good enough though. I'll release him. We'll release Cunningham. So you're not the CDM we're looking for. Mulder, he's got good potential, but the rating's a bit low. But we'll keep him. He's 15 years old to be fair, so I'll keep him on. Same for Abdullah, good potential there. Ribeiro will be good. But yeah, we've got 3 solid players in the youth academy already. Vasquez looks like the closest to being the first team. But obviously we want to try and do this for a couple of seasons, 3 seasons maximum maybe. It depends how it goes. We want to be obviously aiming for the end game, which is Champions League victory and a Premier League victory. But yeah, I'm just so excited to get started really. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, obviously we'll be scouting more youth players, getting more scouts to find more players each month. But yeah, Vasquez seems really good. You know, I'm tempted to just make him join the squad now, but we don't have to. We can train him up, then promote him later on. We don't have to give him the pressure right away, because obviously he might ask for game time and stuff like that, and we don't want to forget about him. We'll keep him there for now. Okay, let's take a look at the transfer options I already have. The wingers options. We've got Dwight McNeil, we've got David Brooks and Daniel James for the left wing / a winger spot basically. They can either play left wing or right wing, but the good thing is about play development, even if it doesn't have, let's say we buy a left winger instead of a right winger than I wanted, then I can just train him up to be a right winger as well. Like, it's fine. And anyway, even if you don't train him up, the wingers kind of like complement each other anyway. So yeah, but obviously to make it official, you can train them up, which is really good to see. Obviously, it can take time to do that. We've got Dwight McNeil already found. David Brooks was already found by the first scout already had in the squad. Yeah, so David Brooks would be a fantastic signing. 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's got the flair. He's got pace. Obviously, we're trying to scout him, see what he's all about. But obviously, he was looked at by Manchester United. That's how I knew he was in my head. And he would have been, obviously, Man United. We didn't want him. We wanted Sancho, but we all know how that went out. Still salty about that transfer and the people running the club. But yeah, it's not about Man United. It's about Wolves, and I think David Brooks could be a fantastic player for Wolves. But Dwight McNeil has always been in the radar of many clubs these days, especially these days, because Dwight McNeil has really made a name for himself a bit more with some of his performances for Burnley have been great. He's always been a good player for them, and he 20 years old, English, young still, less weak foot, but I think he's a bit more of a developed player. We'll see. But yeah, Daniel James is a player that Leeds United looking at in real life, but he could be a fantastic pace merchant for us. But not just pace merchant, he has the ability to take a man on, and that's what we want to see. And I think his preferred route is right, but obviously David Brooks and McNeil have a left foot, and that obviously complements well with Traore. So you can take off Traore and bring on McNeil or David Brooks, who can cut inside a bit more and do less crossing if you want to, and be more direct in the way they play. But yeah, Dan James will still be a great option. He's the most versatile out of all of them, and you know me, I love versatility in a squad. If you watch my previous career modes, he can play centre forward as well. We can really develop him into a player that he can live up to his potential. That's why Man United bought him in the first place, and have a player that's from a player with a lot of potential to a player that's pretty much already fulfilled their potential. This would be the marquee signing if we could get him. Just put him in because he was the only CDM I was thinking of, but obviously I'm going to scout more CDMs. I'll probably get one of them because he's very expensive. 84 weighted, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. Defendingly, he's one of the best CDMs in the league. Really good for Leicester. Look at that, all-rounded stats. 92 stamina as well, 87 aggression, 80 composure, 19 interceptions. That's beautiful stats, and he's still young as well. That would be a big signing for us. Obviously, if it was strict negotiations, maybe he wouldn't be transferred to us, but we have a chance. But from what I've seen, he's a £90 million release clause. Yes, £97.8 million release clause. That is ridiculous. Obviously, that would blow away all our budget and more. We might have to offer between 60 and 82, and that blows off our budget anyway. So it's very expensive stuff unless I can offer a player in for like a player swap. And obviously, the good thing is clubs can offer us player swaps as well. So that's something to consider for this year as well. That's good to see. Makes the transfer window more dynamic, not just for us but the AI teams. But yeah, you can play centre mid as well, which is good. We do need CDM, and obviously Ndidi would be the dream target for that position. But obviously we're going to try and scout players right now for more positions. We need a centre back as well. We do need a centre back because Saiz is getting older, and I want a left-footed centre back for the future. And then Donker, I think, will be playing right centre back because he's still young and he's high rated, 78 rated centre back. And yeah, let's try and scout some players. Come on, Sid, you know how to do this. The tutorials will tell me and remind me. We have a scout available in a Scandinavian nation. Well, he's from Scandinavia, but it's only 3-star judgment. We need to buy more. We need to get a better scout than 3 stars. And we've got good money as well. Yeah, we'll go for the English one. Keep it in the house. Harry Burton. Let's see if you can find us some good players, mate. Okay, we've got 5 scouts. I think that should be enough. I'll let Richardson look for anybody. I'll add new instruction for this scout we just bought. Yeah, let's look for a CDM. So I think we've got all our winger options ready. Obviously, let me know who you want me to buy. If I don't buy people already, I'm gonna try and at least sign one player this episode. Obviously, I'll leave you guys to suggest players for the next one, or the episode 3, I think, maybe, because I think I'm filming episodes back to back, and also now that I've thought about it, my screen is now in the bottom left corner now, because obviously I'm in a new place, new uni accommodation, new place, new FIFA, but obviously new screen. I'm going to be putting it in the bottom left corner of the screen instead of the bottom right. So let me know if that's weird to you, because I might try and flip the screen, but I can't find a way to do that yet in my editing software. So yeah, enough of that editing jargon. Let's talk about transfers. We got defensive mid, attributes any, don't mind. We want to find someone who's relatively in their prime. I think 19 to 30 is alright. Defensive mid. We want to play a 4-3-3 formation. We want to change from Nuno's style of play to our style of play, which is 4-3-3, more attacking, less counter-attack. But obviously counter-attack is still a good facet of our game that we want to implement. Faucet, is that name? Is that a word? I don't know. Contract 5-2, yeah, that's fine. So he's looking for CDM. We can have someone else looking for a centre back. We can have Neil Hamill looking for a centre back. Why not? Actually, he's already looking for a central mid, but we don't need that. We already got that looking for. Yeah, we're changing the instructions for that guy. He's good. He's a good scout. We already got anyway. Centre back, left foot. I think left foot centre back. If we can, if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Then Donker's more of a tall player who hasn't got much pace, but he's got very good technical attributes, I think. Obviously, I'll check that again. First team quality centre back. Up to 50 years old, yeah, mate. You wish. 30 up to 21. We want someone who can relatively grow into a good player. I think 28 is the max, and minimum 19 years old already as well. Up with Connor could be a good shout. Now that I've just thought about it, well, he's gonna be very expensive as well. But yeah, we've got the instructions. Hopefully they can find some decent players for now. Obviously right now it's 2 centre mids and CDM, but obviously if a cam gets brought in, maybe we'll change the formation to more of a 4-2-3-1 type shape. But yeah, we have Jimenez, Traore for now. Sayers, who can play CDM actually? Obviously we could train players to be CDM if we can't afford one right now, or if we can't afford one of our positions. But yeah, for now I think then Donker can. Nobody can play centre. We'll play Neves and CDM for now, because I think he can play like that. And it's only -2 rating. Obviously now we can actually see how much players drop in rating. But yeah, we'll play then Donker right centre back as I wanted, and then we'll play. Obviously Boli's 80 rated, which is higher rated by 1, but he's older now, so we'll have him as a good backup. And we'll have Sayis playing left centre back. I know Cody's a good captain for the club, but we want to look for the future, mate. Look for the future. But he'll be a good player for this Cody, and obviously if players get injured, he's straight back into the team. Obviously you might think it's a controversial decision dropping Cody. Let me know if I'm being stupid. I'll have him on the bench anyway. Johnny's not used to playing left wing back, but we're gonna develop him into a left back. We're gonna change the position right now if we have to. Why is Bolly playing centre mid? No. We could play Ferreira, but he's very young. He's very young. We haven't got much centre mid depth. That's why we need centre mid. We just do. Decisions. Okay, do you know what? Oh, it's very hard. See, we need development in there, definitely. Then Donker could play there as well. Okay, we'll play Den Donker as a CDM for now, because he's used to that. His centre backs usually can play CDM as well. Not further up the pitch than that, and we could play Bowley there instead. Can be the right-footed centre back for that. Obviously Semedo starts, Patricio starts. Yeah, let's see if our bench is alright before we move on to dynamic tactics. Obviously Marcel isn't the ideal signing for me, but we've signed him in real life, so we might as well use him and should give him a shot. But yeah, this is our first 11 for now. Let's try and create an attacking and defensive style of play for ourselves. Ultra defensive, ultra attacking might come in due course. We'll see. But yeah, we'll stick to that for now. Obviously, I don't know the gameplay. I haven't played that many games on FIFA 20. I've only played like 10 games maximum on Ultimate Team. So we'll see how. I haven't even played with any attacking or defensive play styles yet on the game plan. So I haven't played with game plans yet. So we'll see how that affects the gameplay. If it doesn't work, then I'll change it. Obviously, you let me know as well. I need your help to tell me what kind of tactics you want me to implement. But yeah, let me try and add the instructions right now. I'll skip when I have to and edit this out if you don't like it. Yeah, for the attacking style, what we want to play like we did again with Birmingham City. Not as much counter attack, bit more press after possession loss, really, to be honest. Width can be alright, depth a bit further up the pitch. That's our defensive style. Our offensive style is, to be fair, defensive pressing after possession loss. I don't know if that's going to be a bad thing for FIFA 21, because apparently if you make a mistake and if you don't win the ball back, you could get punished. But we'll take the mistakes as we come. It's a new game. Let's get used to it. Fast build-up is good. Possession is good though. But I think fast build-up suits our players a bit more, because we've got a bit more pace up front as well. And we're trying to get more pace into the team as well anyway, with transfers. So width is alright. Players in the box, we'll keep it like that, and we'll keep it 2 at the back there because I don't want to risk it right now. I might bring it further forward when I get more confident with the game. Free kicks a bit, 1 person further back there as well. I just clocked my formation isn't the same for default. Let me try and change that there. Yeah, I just clocked that I was doing it for attacking, not balanced. Let's put it back onto where we want to. Yeah, press after possession lost. Width a bit further apart. Depth going forward but not too forward is balanced. Don't forget that. Offensive style, one of fast build up. Now the players in the box are saying. This is the instructions for balanced. Where should we go for? Obviously with development plans we can change players into wide playmakers, more defensive style players as well. So the instructions are not the only thing affecting players instructions on tactics, which is good. But yeah, we'll keep Jimenez balanced because I feel like Jimenez is good at floating around the box and doing a lot of hold up play, but also scoring as well at the same time. I think Traore can do a lot. He can come back and defend. He can be balanced as well. Cut inside, now with balance width, he can put in a good cross when he needs to. Traore will always look to get into behind. That's what he's all about. 96 pace, man. He's one of the fastest players in the game. It's ridiculous. Stay in the edge of the box for a cross because he's the one crossing in. Some of his crosses in real life are so good. But yeah, let's hope I can live up to that in this game. We have to train him up as well, to be fair. Normal interceptions, Podence can be pretty much standard for all the instructions and balance, but maybe a bit more getting him in behind and less crossing. It's more balanced in that front. Maybe he can help out Johnny a bit more with conservative interceptions. Can he stay wide, free roam? Yeah, I'll let Podence to cut inside up, whereas Traore will stay on the edge. Neves can definitely stay on the edge of the box because he can score at the edge of the box and corners. I do remember that. Stay on the edge box of the cross. Conservative interceptions. Stick to position. Cover the centre. Moutinho can be a bit more free roam in that sense, I think. Yeah, Moutinho can be a bit more free roam in that sense. He can play the Pogba type or attacking role out of the 3 centre mids. Moutinho is similar to Neves in the sense he can defend and still break up the play and attack as well. Very well-rounded midfielders we got. Yeah, balanced attack from Moutinho. And yeah, that's our instruction sort for balanced. We'll see how that works out. Okay, and then now I'm gonna do the attacking and defensive styles, but I won't bore you with the details with that one. I'll tell you after. Okay, for defensive, For defensive formation, I'm willing to stick with the 5-2-3-1 or 5-2-3, with then Duncan becoming a centre back from the CDM position. That's alright from me. Yeah, for attacking, everyone's just a bit further forward. Fullbacks joining the attack, overlapping a bit more as well. Let's choose our defensive ones. Defensive style can be pressure and heavy touch. So if the other team makes a mistake, then we pounce, and then we can try and counter as well. Bit more narrower. Stick to yeah, it's not too defensive, but yeah, alright. Fast build up as well. Players in the box. Yeah, the width is fine there. That's fine there, that's fine there. Yeah, the default ones for defensive are fine. We want the wingers coming back on defense. Then Donker becomes more of a centre back. Conservative. Yeah, 5 of the backs, to be fair, in itself is defensive. Don't really need to add more instructions than that. Obviously, we'll see how everything else affects the game, and obviously when we need to, we can adapt. And change the instructions ever so slightly when we need to. And obviously you guys can help me with that as well. Let me know what are the best tactics for this game. It's a new game, FIFA 21, let me know. I'm going to need your help in a lot of games. But now, enough training, enough talk. Let's actually get into some of these games. Or some training actually, if we can simulate it. Oh my days. I think I've accidentally simulated a training session. And yeah, we're going to start off with a first game of the season against Wolfsburg. Or first game of the pre-season. Yeah, I can quick sim or do the interactive match sim, which I've been looking forward to for a number of years. Career mode. They finally implemented it, and apparently really well. We're not going to do it for this game. We could actually against Wolfsburg. It's a good team. Yeah, we're gonna do one interactive match sim just to show you guys how I'm reacting to it. But then the other pre-season games I'll probably quick sim it like properly. Where like 1 second it'll bloody end. But the good thing about it, you can just jump to the result anyway. So yeah, let's do sim match. We've got our first team ready. Obviously a bit of a risk. But do you know what? I want to get these players up and firing already, getting used to playing football. Yeah, so we got this first team. Yeah, so I want you guys to watch. Obviously, if we're in trouble and I have ability to jump into the game, then I can, which is fantastic, isn't it? But we don't need to. Preseason game will be fine. I wish you could speed things up, but it's alright. It's good to see this. It's just mad to see, because obviously you've seen trailers of it, you've seen people playing it, but now we're actually doing it. I'm really excited to get to do this. It's so much more exciting than just quickly simming the game, especially bigger games that I need to get a result in. So yeah, hopefully we can try and do something. Obviously I can make substitutes if I need to. We started off pretty well on the front foot. We got possession mostly. Let's see if this new formation people can adapt to it. And Jimenez can. He's got the goal. It's a fantastic effort from him and the whole team. They worked their way into the box and Jimenez got the first goal. And we're in front against Wolfsburg, who are a pretty good team. Pretty much they're equal, I think, in the Bundesliga. I don't know how well they're doing now, actually. But yeah, we've got, to be fair, there's no doubt about that, even without the transfers. Yeah, we're going to scout more players in. And you know what, I feel like we'll do transfers next episode then. Leave you guys to have a say in who we should get. And obviously wait for the scouts to come in as well. Try and let me know what stats are better for David Brooks, Daniel James, etc. For the wingers at least. Let's try and get this group stage of the preseason done and dusted. But yeah, if we get 2-0 up, then I'll jump to the result. And it's gone 2-0 just as I say that. Jimenez has got to play. He's on fire right now. He's on fire. Our main striker, and he's going to be trying to get us goals for the rest of the season. So it's good to see him already firing really well today. And I literally said, get 2-0 and I'll jump to the result, and they did it. So I'm going to do that now. I don't know how you do it though. Pause it. I think we can jump to the result. 2-1. Wolfsburg got a goal back, to be fair. 85th minute though was too little too late, and we got the first win. 70% possession, 2 shots, 2 goals, clinical. And yeah, that's fantastic. I didn't need to jump in there. We got the win. Fantastic. Three points. And yeah, I wouldn't mind getting to a final, because it's 6 million at least we're going to get, because the board obviously going to take 1 million off us. We got money already, but it's good to have more money. You know what I mean? More money the better. That's what it's all about. Now we're going to go to harder game, even though Schalke have lost. Another Bundesliga team. We're going to simulate that game as well. Let's go for the interactive match sim again. I'm not going to quick sim this one. I'm having too much fun with this new feature. I'll say that until we lose. But yeah, I think Schalke got some players I don't really recognise, to be honest, except Nastat. I can't even say his name. He's centre back, good centre back. And yeah, I can't speak today. He was the first episode. But yeah, let's get this second game out of the way. Oh, I think it's going to be a bit harder than the first, I can already tell. Oh, I just realised I've played 2 games in quick succession. Now fitness is on the ropes, which is a bit of a crap planning by me. I should have reminded myself to look at the calendar again. We'll probably have to make some substitutes early then. I think we can make unlimited substitutes in pre-season. I don't know if that's true for FIFA though. We're working our way into the box again. Yeah, our players on the ropes. I'm going to injure my own players. Let's get to the bench quickly. Let's make some subs before I regret it. Podence is alright. We'll replace Jimenez. He's had enough of a run in, and he's an important player for us. Have Marcel there as well. We'll bring on Ferreira. Swap Neves. Give him a chance as well. We don't want Dendonka getting lost, because especially if we don't get CDM. Is that a goal? The ball went over, but it must have went over then, not in the goal. But they've nearly scored the Schalke. They really are testing us, especially with set pieces. You can see their defensive style and offensive style as well, which is really good. Really good new complex feature. We can see now the AI what their tactics are, as well as ours, and we can adapt to it or not. We can choose to. It's all about choosing how to manage, and it feels more like you're managing a team now, whether you're playing or just watching the game as if you're a real life manager, which is so cool. Obviously, I can't wait to get into the gameplay as well next episode, don't worry. Okay, we got a corner of our own here though. A corner. We've got a corner of our own, but we've wasted it, and they're going to try and counter. It's good quick passing. Obviously, they have to speed up, obviously, for the simulation as well. But good defending by number 37. And it's half time right now. I'm going to check if we can actually make more substitutes. I think we can. I really wish we can. No, yeah, I'm not trying to sub a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think you can in the pre-season games, which is good. Do that here. Anyone play centre mid? No. Right back, centre back. We'll give Semedo a rest as well, because he's a big signing for us. We'll need for the first games of the Premier League season. Do you know what? Let's just jump to the results. We win 2-0. Good. Didn't waste time, and we got the win anyway. Moutinho with 2 goals, 51st and 72nd minute. You love to see it. Love to see it. Fantastic stuff. We kept obviously some experience in the squad, and it paid off. 2-0. It looks like we'll be definitely going to the semi-finals then. We topped the group and everything. Who said this was the hardest pre-season possible? We're too good. So we got final scout reports on Daniel James, David Brooks, and Dwight McNeil. So tell you what, I'm going to make that transfer today. I'm changing my mind every second, but I will be doing that. We'll quick sim the training today. It's less important, especially for pre-season. Sharpness isn't the best though, which is annoying. But yeah, we'll quick sim this Real Betis game. There's a chance we could bottle it and not actually make it, but it's pre-season. We'll have to rest some players. We have to rest some players. Moutinho's played too many games. We'll get Cody on. We'll get Bennett on as well. We'll keep Moutinho, because he's doing good right now, and we need someone there in the centre mid area to be good. Yeah, I think that's alright for now then. We'll quick sim that. I don't want to jinx it. Hopefully there's no injuries. But we lose 2-1. Fekir gets the goal. Fekir was someone I was looking at, you know, as a potential player. I could search him up and see how old is he. But he could be a good player for signing for us. I was considering him. He came from Olympiacos as well. We made it to the semi-finals. I'll tell you what, we'll deal with the semi-finals or potentially finals later. We've got extra million in the bank.